Long time no see.
Since Spider-Man 2 premiered a little while ago, it's time we actually put out a review, and what not better way to start with The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Without further ado, here's the Spider-Man 2 review coming for you. Oh!
Amazing Spider-Man 2! Start off from pretty much where the Amazing Spider-Man 1 ended. Peter Parker just pretty much saved the whole city from that lizard guy who was a really bad villain, in my opinion. Like, they should have done a more classical villain than the lizard in the first movie, but...
They could have started off with someone like the Green Goblin or the Rhino. Even though they did that for this one, it would have been cool.
But, like, literally any character besides the Lizard Man. Enough about Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 2 was way better than the first one, in my opinion.
It was a lot better. It wasn't really,
better.
It wasn't, like... 1,000 times better. I liked the first one. I thought it was decent. This one was definitely a step up in the right direction.
Yeah. The rating on Rotten Tomatoes is not true at all. It's not.
I don't use Rotten Tomatoes at all. I use IMDb. Go IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes
is way better.
Is horrible.
No, it's way better.
They should be burned. I don't like them.
Rotten Tomatoes is way better.
Either way, let's get right down to the review.
Plot of the movie.
It revolves more around Peter, more or less, than it does around Spider-Man.
I kind of disagree. There's a lot of Spider-Man, but he's right, there is a lot of Peter Parker, but it makes it sound like there's no Spider-Man. There is a decent amount of Spider-Man.
Well, you mostly get Spider-Man in the beginning and then the end with the final battle, but when you really see a Spider-Man movie, you think of Spider-Man swooping through the city helping people. This one really revolves more around Gwen and Peter. The relationship and how it goes. And
a lot about emo Harry Osborn being like, you need to give me your blood.
Vampire.
He has like this disease.
It turns him into the Green Goblin.
Yeah, it's slowly turning him into the disease, and he wants Spider-Man, because he knows Peter Parker knows Spider-Man, and to give him his blood so the disease will slow down.
But he's all like, no blood!
His blood.
Ow! You fucked up my nose.
Electrode is a pretty big part of the movie too.
Oh yeah, Electro like
it's basically another Incredibles ripoff. It's like basically the villain looked up to Spider-Man, and then he becomes villain, and then Spider-Man takes all the fame again, and then he doesn't like him anymore. So it's basically another Incredibles ripoff.
No, it's not.
Not in the entire sense, but for the creation of Electrode.
He kind of looks up to him and then he hates him for no reason.
Exactly.
Likes him.
Exactly. Just like the Incredibles, Sinestro doesn't like Mr. Incredible anymore.
His name isn't Sinestro. It's Syndrome.
Syndrome. I haven't seen the movie in 10 years.
I saw it yesterday because I'm a fan of that movie.
Anyway, there's two bad guys. There's three bad guys in this movie, but the Rhino doesn't even come to the very end.
So he's not really counted as a bad guy.
He's not really counted as a bad guy.
Otherwise, anything else? Oh, Peter learns more about his parents, about what they did, why they went missing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Kind of like Superman. Like he finds like videos of his dad. Like not really videos. Kind of like how Superman gets the thing from his dad in Man of Steel.
Very descriptive. There's not much we can really say about the movie
without
spoilers.
There's so many good things that happen that we don't want to spoil.
We can't really talk about the movie without spoiling it for you because there's just so many things that happens.
Definitely go see it. Definitely go see it.
It
Definitely.
Is worth
it's awesome.
2 hours of your day.
If you like Spider-Man, go watch this movie. Enough of this plot. Now it's time for comparison to the original Spider-Man trilogy. First of all, reboot of this trilogy. I felt that this reboot of the first episode of the Spider-Man movie was not as good as the Tobey Maguire reboot. Because that movie, there was a well-developed villain, the character was developed very well, and it was pretty cool how he got his powers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
the new movie, I felt like it was kind of rushed, and the villain was not good at all. The Lizard Man was like why he just wants to turn people into lizards for no reason.
The point of Green Goblin is that he's not supposed to be developed. He's supposed to be there to be developed as the movies go along. He's
off Green Goblin in the first trilogy with Tobey Maguire. They kill him off in the first episode, but his son was still alive. But in the new trilogy, his son sort of becomes the Green Goblin.
We're gonna say one spoiler, which isn't really a total effect of the movie, but Norman Osborn dies even though he is not a big part of the movie at all. Like, you see him for about 2 minutes total in the movie.
Yeah, and then Harry Osborn is the actual Green Goblin.
He's the actual one that really brings more action to the movie. Yeah, but he dies, and they didn't really develop him, but supposedly they're bringing him back so he could actually be the Green Goblin. Because there's a scene in the movie where he, like, puts his hand out to touch Harry, and he has, like, green claws and he looks green, and he's like, ah. And now he's like, you are sick too, you have syphilis like me, except it turns you into a monster.
Instead of ripping off your penis.
I mean, there's not really much that you can compare the two movies with.
Basically, Tobey Maguire trilogy, first movie better than this first movie, but the sequel
is horrible.
The sequel of the new trilogy I like it better than the sequel to the original trilogy. And hopefully I can say the same for the third one.
Third one is going to be good.
I didn't mind the original trilogy third episode, but the what?
Third movie. It's not episodes. It's not Star Wars.
The third episode of the original trilogy. I didn't mind it that much, but some people really hate it. So I'm hoping
I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was I thought it was bad.
I hope that people like the new trilogy's third one than the old trilogy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Actually, I don't think it's supposed to be a trilogy. I think it's supposed to be a quadrilogy.
Alright, even better. 4 movies.
Or 5. Whatever.
Or 5. Whatever.
How many Sony wants to make.
Whatevs.
It's all to give this movie a rating. We're going to go with about 8.5.
Electronically charged gamey foxes.
Yes.
Now that the review is done, here's what we'd like to see in The Amazing Spider-Man 3. Parker, I don't care what you say. Spider-Man is a crook, and he was working with this man. Parker, how do you get so many goddamn pictures of Spider-Man? Are you Spider-Man?
Mr. Jameson, I can assure you I'm not Spider-Man.